This man jumped off a 30-story building because he had accrued 500 billion euros of debt to the bank, and with his current salary of 25,000 euros per year, it would take him 20,000 years of non-stop work to pay it off. Suicide was the best way for him to escape. Today we bring you a film adapted from a true story. The main character is a financial market management master's degree holder who has recently passed the selection and interview process among thousands of applicants to enter Société Générale, the largest bank in France. Jack was placed in the middle and back office management department. He woke up before 6 a.m. every morning to catch the earliest subway to the bank's headquarters. He was diligent and eager to learn, working tirelessly in the office and quickly becoming familiar with the bank's systems, laying the foundation for his eventual wrongdoing. Jack worked there for 5 years and, after tireless effort, became the coveted trader. To provide some background information, traders at banks earn most of their profits not through lending, but through investing. The fastest way to make money is through investing in the financial markets. Traders, also known as market makers, are authorized by the bank to open accounts and trade financial products such as stocks, securities, and futures in the market, earning profits for the bank. Jack had always dreamed of becoming a trader on Wall Street, where he could handle more capital and earn more money for the bank. However, reality can be harsh. In his first trading experience, Jack was too afraid to invest in any securities, as a 10,000 euro investment was worth more than his own house. Jack struggled to adapt to the cutthroat world of finance, and the pressure of constantly seeing millions of euros fluctuating on the screen and incurring losses in the millions within minutes strained his mental capacity to the limit. Paul, a seasoned trader, saw through Jack's thoughts and told him,
Si tu veux réussir dans ce boulot, il faut changer ton échelle de valeur. En bas de 100 000 euros, c'est beaucoup. Plus d'ici, que dalle.
Those millions of euros in the trading volume are just a string of numbers here. Paul then shared with Jack the unspoken rules of the industry and gave him a hidden virtual trading account with 200,000 euros. Paul then demonstrated a short-term futures trade with Jack, where they made a profit of 100,000 euros in just a few minutes. But where did the 200,000 euros come from? It was money from the bank that was not accounted for on the books. For example, if a trader's annual profit target is 5 million euros, they may easily exceed that amount in sales and hide the excess in a virtual account for later use. This practice is known as the carpet show rule. Under the guidance of his superiors, Jack quickly got the hang of it and made profits on every trade, even making money on every buy and sell. Jack, now tasting the sweet success, began to calculate his potential profits. He took a risky gamble and, using Paul's method, created a virtual account and secretly allocated 15 million euros of the company's funds to go short on Allianz Insurance. His colleagues were puzzled as to why he would go against the market trend when the stock was skyrocketing and all the other traders were celebrating. But Jack had a reason for his decision.
Il se trouve que les courbes d'aujourd'hui sont presque les mêmes que celles d'une certaine semaine de 2000.
As the days passed, the trend didn't develop as Jack had imagined. With 1.5 million euros invested, a 1-point increase in the stock price resulted in a loss of 15,000 euros. This had happened for 3 consecutive days, and Jack was now facing a stop loss that would result in a direct loss of 2 million euros. Jack couldn't bear the continuous pain and was about to sell in a stop loss when something unexpected happened. A terrorist explosion occurred on the London subway, leading to a major safety incident and causing the stock price of Allianz Insurance to plummet. In the time it took to finish a cup of coffee, the entire stock market crashed and all traders were frantically trying to sell their stocks. When the market closed for the day, everyone had worried looks on their faces. Only Jack, who had made a profit of 50,000 euros through illegal trading, emerged from the experience. Paul had previously increased Jack's trading amount from 2 million to 5 million euros.
Le 11 septembre 2001, quand tout s'est écroulé, on était quelques-uns à être dans le bon sens.
As the saying goes, greed has zero and infinity. But Jack, who had already gotten everything, was not satisfied and instead became even greedier, continuing to use his unfair advantage to bet on making more money. Jack's performance continued to improve, and in 2006 alone he helped the company achieve a profit of 12 million euros, earning the favor of bank leaders. And these were just the profits from the bank account. Jack had a large number of funds hidden in his virtual account. The bank was aware of Jack's illegal activities, but they chose to turn a blind eye. Due to the company's tolerance, Jack became more and more reckless, even treating the company's money as his own and indulging in one gambling spree after another. As a result of the high-pressure, high-risk trading, Jack's health began to deteriorate. He started coughing up blood and became more irritable. Not long after, one of Jack's colleagues caused a loss of 50 million euros for the bank through illegal operations and was fired and asked to pay compensation. Unable to pay, the colleague ultimately chose to jump to his death. This event served as a wake-up call for Jack, who realized for the first time that life was not worth mentioning in front of money. Jack decided to quit while he was ahead, setting a position size of 30 billion euros and a profit target of 1 billion euros for himself. The pressure can be imagined. Just then, the stock market crashed, and his colleagues were all in a panic, almost collapsing. Jack emerged once again, making a profit of 55 million euros for the bank account. The bank leader was overjoyed and immediately gave Jack a bonus of 300,000 euros, praising him as being even better than traders on Wall Street. But what the leader didn't know was that Jack's hidden account funds had reached 1.5 billion euros. If Jack had stopped here and no longer engaged in illegal, excessive trading, he could have lived a worry-free life. Will Jack stop here? Jack had already made 1.5 billion euros and could have stopped there and lived a good life. However, gambling is addictive, and Jack had become accustomed to making billions of euros in minutes. In 2008, the US subprime mortgage crisis swept the globe, causing a loss of 2 billion euros for Jack. Even if he used his hidden funds of 1.5 billion euros, it wouldn't be enough to make up the loss. Jack, who was already addicted, decided to try again because, in his previous trades, he had always taken risks and never lost. Instead of giving up, he increased his investments and set a position size of 50 billion euros, which is terrifying given that Factoring Bank only had a total of 35.9 billion euros. But this time, luck was not on his side. The losses kept getting bigger, and soon the bank noticed the large-scale trading system. Jack was summoned, and the bank's accounts showed a loss of 2 billion euros. Using the hidden funds of 1.5 billion euros to fill the gap, a loss of only 500 million euros could still be accepted in the face of the global financial crisis. But to everyone's surprise, when the staff checked Jack's operating account, they were shocked. In the context of the financial crisis, instead of closing his position, Jack heavily bought into his account and set a position size of 50 billion euros, which even the board of directors found hard to believe. How did a small trader manage to mobilize such a huge amount of capital? Now, the out-of-control Jack not only doesn't want to stop but also wants to try again. Jack excitedly said,
Ça me remet à zéro. Si je remonte de 4, juste de 4, je gagne 1 milliard.
He had completely become a gambler, and the company immediately fired him. Jack's actions directly caused a loss of 4.9 billion euros for the industrial bank. The bank almost went bankrupt because of him. Afterward, the bank took Jack to court and demanded compensation for all losses. How will Jack deal with this debt? The movie, adapted from a true story, begins with the assumption that it will be about a genius using unique methods for trading, but the story presents a completely ordinary person. A random factor triggers his inner evil. His methods for committing crimes are not particularly clever, but no one around him truly pays attention to him. The bank is oblivious, friends are unable to truly persuade him to turn back to the right path, and colleagues turn a blind eye. Until the end of the movie, we don't see anyone who feels remorse for causing such great losses. In the face of dismissal and doubt, he stubbornly believes that he can turn his losses into profits. Here, I can also give some warnings to friends who like investing. Be sure to recognize your risk tolerance and cognitive boundaries in investing. Don't invest if you don't understand, and proceed with caution.